Jai Gurudev, good evening everyone. My name is Sumeshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living organization to योग वाशिष्ठ इवनिंग सेशन। नमस्ते, मैं सोमेश्वर आप सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के इवनिंग सत्र में स्वागत करता हूँ। टुडे वी आर ऑन डे 66। आज हम लोग 66वें सत्र में पहुंच चुके हैं। आज हम लोग बलि राजा की जो कथा है वो सुनेंगे और फिर उसके बारे में यहाँ पे क्या इन्होंने वशिष्ठ मुनि ने प्रभु रामचंद्र जी को ज्ञान दिया है उसके बारे में जानेंगे, उसके ऊपर चर्चा करेंगे। लेकिन उससे पहले रोज की तरह हम लोग 3 बार ओमकार का उच्चारण करके आज के सत्र की शुरुआत करते हैं। लेट अस बिगिन आवर सेशन बाय चैंटिंग ओम 3 टाइम्स। लेट्स ऑल क्लोज आवर आईज। आंखें बंद कर ली। Sit comfortably, spine erect, a gentle smile on your face. Let's bring back our attention to our breath. Observe the flow of breath. Breath is moving in and out. Gurudev says it's worth dropping our past. Take a deep breath in and as you breathe out, drop all your past and come back to the present moment. This present moment is new. Let us welcome this new moment by chanting Om. Breathe in. Let us awaken the divinity within. गुरु का आवाहन करें। आवाहनम आवाहनम पुनः पुनः Let us express our gratitude towards divinity, towards the master. Guru Vandana कर ले। गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Shri Gurave Namaha. Let us pray to the divinity, to the Master. Whatever the words that come out of our mouth, whatever the action that happens, whatever the thoughts that come into our mind, whatever the power of discrimination that viveka arise in our intellect, whatever the impressions that are getting created in the memory, if any, if at all that iota of I, me exists, let thy be, and all this also be inspired by the Master alone, the Divine alone. We, the people walking on the path of liberation, mukti, moksha, mumukshatra, if we experience that mukti, moksha, liberation right now, right this moment, or if you are already liberated, let this remaining life, and if we have to come back here to express our gratitude, to serve the humanity, or to spread this knowledge, let thy be inspired by the Divine Master alone. Feel the presence of the Master within and outside. And with a gentle smile on your face, you may open your eyes slowly and gradually. धीरे धीरे अपनी आंखें खोल सकते हो. So all our Zoom participants, all our Facebook viewers, and all our YouTube viewers, once again, I welcome all of you. Now let's begin with our session by, there is a very beautiful story that has been told by Vaashishtha Muni to Rama, that, hey Raghukula, the Rama, which is just like the full moon, you are so handsome, you are so good looking, Rama. Today I will tell you another story, that whatever this spiritual thoughts that comes, whatever this vairagya comes, whatever this that one wants to walk on this path, that can arise in multiple ways. Today I will tell you a story of Asur, the demon called Bali, who was the king of the Patala, one which is there at the bottom of the earth. Something in the universe, in the corner, it is there and it is at the bottom. So that is what it is. That is what is called as Patala. This is another loka, the third loka. Swarga loka, Bhu loka, and Patala loka. So this is the third place. And he is the king. Now, he is the one who has everything. He has attained everything. He is enjoying all the pleasures. He has conquered the entire world. What is not there? He Sakshat Vishnu, means the Lord Vishnu himself is just like taking care of him like father. No? So he has three loka, means he has conquered the entire world. What is it that he does not have? So he's like that pillar to all this world. He's staying in the Patalas. He's just serving as a pillar in this entire world. That is how it is being said about Bali. So now he has everything. His name is Bali. Bali is what we call Bali. and his father's name is Virochana. Now this Virochana Putra, the son of Virochana Bali, have access to all the pleasures. So he is enjoying all pleasure. It is being said that he has been enjoying this for almost the 10 crores years of his life. He is spending like this, and he is enjoying all the pleasures. No, multiple yugas keeps coming and it keeps going. All so many demons, so many gods, they keep coming and go, and he just continue to enjoy all this pleasure. Now, after going through all this pleasure, suddenly once upon a time that he start feeling he's getting into the vairagya now. No? He thinks that I am enjoying this pleasure. I have access to everything, whatever I want in my life. Yet why do I feel that there is something that is missing? I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. No, I have all that wealth and health and everything in my hand. Why is that I am getting bored out of doing all these things? N number of time I have done this, N number of I have been doing the same thing again and again. Every day I wake up, I do the same thing. I take a bath, I do all the daily routine karma, that actions, no, all that thing, whatever pleasure that I want to derive, no, out of all the five senses, I do that, all that. Again I sleep, again I wake up. I keep on doing this daily routine. Now I feel this is not done. How many times I will keep on doing the same thing? I seek the pleasure, and yet I see that this continuous flow of one icha after another, one desire after another. Once you fulfill that, another desire keeps coming, and then there is no end to this story. It is just keep on coming and doesn't seems to give any pleasure. So he starts thinking, contemplating on its own, just think and starts contemplating all these things. And why is that I am doing all these things again and again, the same thing? Why is that I do all these things? That kind of process he thinks. So he thinks that is there anything that is there which can give me that permanent sukha without getting into all this desire? Is there anything in this planet that is available? Not just planet, anywhere in the universe, in the entire Brahmanda, is there anything such thing that exists, that thing that exists that can give me the complete pleasure? Likewise, he is thinking, no, because this doesn't seem to stop. It's just like the wave that arises on the ocean, no? And it drops and it again arises and it again drops and it again arises and it again drops. And there doesn't seem to be any end to this story. It is continuous in nature. It is keep going and going and going and going. So it doesn't seem to be ending. This situation doesn't seem to be ending. And the tuch and the kshanik, the very momentary pleasure that I derive from these vishayas, these five senses and its attraction towards the outer world, now doesn't seem to please me. And like this, in this thought process, he closes his eyes and then suddenly remembers his father. His father's name is Virochana. Now he remembers that once upon a time I have asked the similar questions to my father, and my father told me something about it. So now he is now imagining, he's thinking about that situation, which he remembers his father, and as if his father is talking to him. Now he starts, is there any such place, no, where all these cravings and this wanting to do, doing something, possess this, want this, all these things will become peaceful, and all this restless, all these cravings, all these vasanas will not be there. Is there any such happiness, no, which is once you experience that, even you will not want the any other pleasure. No, even if somebody goes and tell you, okay, go and take the three loka, this entire three worlds are yours. Even if you go and attain the Brahma Pada, no, Brahma Lok, even that sukha also will be very small, little tiny in front of that sukh, in front of that happiness. Is there any such thing that exists? No. So all these things, other things that I derive out of all these small pleasures, that doesn't seems to be remain. No, it doesn't remain. It just again diminish, and again I come out of where once I go to that place. No, this will be in continuous nature. This love, this shanti, this peace, this pleasure, ananda, it will just remain there without getting it diminished. Is there any such place? So like this, he asked his father that, oh father, kindly tell me, is there any such thing that one can attain in life? So now this is where the Virochan, his father, he starts telling him that, let me tell you something. So he's telling that, his son, there is this one big, no, country, no, we call it as a desh. It is there. It is very, very big. No, it is very vistier. It is occupied everywhere. It is everywhere. Yet it does not have any earth. It does not have any space. It does not have any ocean. It does not have any mountain. It does not have any river. It does not have any places. It does not have any all the five elements. It does not have any antariksh. There is no sun, there is no moon, there is no water, there is no God, there is no you, and there is no me. None of that exists in that country. It is the country like this. Now this country has its own king, very powerful, very illuminating, Tejasvi, the one which is courageous. That king is there of this country. Now this king have appointed one minister, that is the mantri. He has appointed one minister over there, and now this king is hiding. He doesn't appear. Means if you just go and want to see the king, he doesn't just appear. He is just hiding somewhere, and he has appointed this mantri. Now this mantri is very, very, very powerful. The prime minister there, he is the mantri, mukhya mantri, and he is the one who is having all the other rajya karma, means all the all the karma and everything that needs to be done. Raja doesn't do, and he has handed everything to this mantri in his life, this minister. Now this minister is the one who keeps on doing all this. This minister does not have any of his own intelligence on his own, and whatever he does, it doesn't actually help him to enjoy anything or do anything along with it. All that or whatever he has got, it is from the source, that is the king. That king, that is which is the king of that country. So he has got everything there, and on the basis of that only, he is just doing his routine duties. Now this, by putting this all the responsibility on that mantri, this Raja is sitting aram se, he is just enjoying his pleasure. Now this Bali is now puzzled about listening to this. Who is this king? Who is this mantri? So he now asked Virochan, his father, that Maharaj, whatever the thing that you are told, this such a big kingdom is there, and there are no there is no sickness there, there is no adivadi, there are no such things there, there are no vikaras, there is no dvandva, there is no bhed, that there is no discrimination there. And how is this, which is this kingdom? I have conquered the entire three lokas, all the Trilokana, I have conquered it just like that, but I have never seen any such kingdom. Where is this kingdom exist? Kindly guide me. How do I do not know that king? How is that I do not know that king till now? So kindly, hey father, guide me about it. So now he says that, now Virochan is now starts telling him that, hey son, this king, this minister is very, very powerful. He has a lot of good powers in him. Then even if many gods, Lakshavadi means many gods and the asuras. They come along with all their powers, in all their tools and all their shastras, and they attack on this minister, and still nothing happens to this minister. Now, this minister, all those attacks just become void. They can't do anything to this minister. Now, this minister, if you see, there is this Madan. Madan means the Kamdev. No, there is this Dev who is associated with your lust, the Kamdev. So that Madan, that he has only 5 arrows with him, and despite of that, because of this minister only, he got the power that he can go and attack on anybody in this world, and they will put down their feet in front of Kamdev. So it's because of this minister itself. Now all these other Shandripus, no, all these Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsara, all this greed, entanglement, Krodh, anger, jealousy, pride, and all these other things, Vikaras, no, all these Shandripus, these things are also supported and blessed by this mantri itself. He is the mantri who supports all these things to bring them into picture and make them do all the things that it does. So it is the fights between the gods and the asuras, the demons. For that also, this mantri is responsible. He is the one which is root cause behind this. So like this, the one which is very, very powerful, even if you have gone and conquered the entire world, no, still in front of that, this is nothing. That mantri is much, much more powerful than that. Now, it is like that the one who can take care of that is only that Raja, that king, no? Otherwise, this mantri is like Ajinkya, means is like nobody can beat him. Now, this mantri, like if you go and see many people who have been very, very powerful, those also put down their foot in front of this minister. They will also not able to do anything. No, like this minister, he has took control of the small till the big. No, he is attacking and he is taking control of everybody here. So because of this minister itself, all the new things that comes into existence, it is because of this minister. He just keeps on imagining certain things, and he keeps on producing these things on its own. So he has created that all the clouds, because of which he has created such an elusive environment outside that nobody, or that anybody who wants to go the king, they cannot meet. No, they just get stuck into this bhul bhulaiya. They just get, it's a magical maya that it is created. Because of this, they get stuck into that. They are never able to see the king. So that is what it happens. No? Now, we want that we have to get this bhul bhulaiya. We have to get out of this maya which is created by this minister. All around is the same. So now you don't stuck into this and go and conquer. Use your viveka. One has to use that viveka. One has to use. So once you have used your viveka, your intelligence, to that viveka, once you go and conquer this minister, without going out of your without taking your sword out, you can imagine as if that you have conquered everything in the world, just if you are able to conquer this only one minister. So now that you will remember that you will be able to go and get that Shashwat Sukha. That means the one which is there as a permanent happiness. That will be the experience that. And after that, once you have done this, you will get an access to that king also. And then once you meet the king, and that's about it then king has control over this minister. And then once you directly have a connection with the king, what is the need of the minister over there? It will just become shant, and it will just dissolve. It will just now its existence will cease to happen. So that is what it says. Once you get access to the kingdom, then minister, that is what is being said. Now, okay, we have understood that we have to conquer this minister now. Now, how to do this? So now, Bali Raja asked his father that you have explained me this is that minister who is such a powerful, and how do we actually recognize it, and how do we actually conquer it? What is the trick to do this? So that is where Vijay again starts explaining that, look, this, which if you really want to go and conquer this minister, if you go and attack it, it's not going to help you. So you have to use your yukti. You have to use your some trick to go and conquer this minister. So you have to apply your brain, intelligence, and using your intelligence, you have to find out some solution and then go and conquer this. So otherwise, if you use your power and shakti and all, you want to do that, you want to control the mind, control the minister, you will not be able to control that. So you have to treat it like a small kid. You have to go and do all the other tricks that we do with the kid, and you have to apply all the things. Then slowly and gradually it will become shant. It will become, and then you have to use that thing that you have to, whatever the it pumps that air which makes the balloon as balloon. So you pump the air in the balloon, then it becomes the balloon. So you just go and lick that air out of the balloon, automatically the balloon will cease to exist. So that is what you have to do with this minister. You go and leak its air. What is the air? What is it that fuels this fire, this minister, or which is that air which pumps it to become a balloon? So it says that it is that outward actions, the five senses which keeps going outward. It is that is this air, it is that is this fuel. So you go and remove that slowly and gradually. You tell this. So once this has been done, once you slowly and gradually take care of all these things, then start, and in between you allow that minister to experience the outward things also. That Vishayas also you allow it to experience in between, but then again you keep on telling it that what are the consequences of so. So you keep training this minister like this, and then once you have done that, once you conquer minister, then you will get access to the king. And it is not that only you will get access to the kingdom and that country and the king, you yourself will now become the king. So once you have become the king and you have understood that you are the king, now you will not go to the minister to meet yourself. No, you know that you are king now. So that sthiti will come, and then once you have done that, then automatically this minister will cease to exist. So that is what you will come, and then automatically you will things that whatever you wanted, what is that you were looking for, that permanent place where you achieve, you remain silent, you remain calm, you achieve the happiness, you remain stable. All that thing will happen the moment you see or experience this king. So that is what will happen. Now, how do we do that? Now, this is the thing that is explaining Yoga Vaashishtha here. Now, we have been blessed with the master, and we have done the Art of Living course. If not, please. And then we also have gone through other scriptures which also have understood this minister and how do we take care of this minister. So now let's open this thing that this particular kingdom, whatever we are looking at, this country is nothing but the moksha, is nothing but the liberation. It is nothing but that mukti that we all are seeking. And who is the one who rules this moksha, this kingdom, this liberation is that Chaitanya, that Brahman, that Atma. So that is the king. And who is the minister over here? It is the mind. It is our mind which is the minister here. This is the mind which is doing all these things, whatever we have seen till now. It is the mind which does not allow us to go and meet the king, which is yourself, which is you, which is that Brahman, Shiva, whatever the name you call, it doesn't matter. It is the mind which stops you and gets you entangled into all the outward Vishayas and creates all these 6 vikaras, distortions, and we get stuck into that. Now, how do we control this mind? Is the trick that is being told in Yoga Vaashishtha. As you puncture that balloon, remove that air, stop fueling it, and slowly and gradually you'll get there. Now, initially, once you start applying this trick, initially it might appear that this is little bit difficult to do. Initially, it will appear like that. But then what you need to do, you need to continuously do the discipline abhyasa, discipline again and again, puna puna. You have to keep doing this, and then you'll observe that this, like a crazy elephant, this minister slowly will become calm. Using this yukti, it will slowly become calm, and you will be able to take control of that. What is that you need to do? What is this continuous? Just like there is a chain. How does chain is there? No, one by one, it is continuous in nature. That is the chain. So likewise, this is the thought process. No, one thought after another thought, another thought after another. So it's a continuous chain which is there. You need to really break that down, break that chain using this trick. Continuous abhyasa, study of the trick which I have told you. Then what will happen? Then after some time you will get used to it. Then once you are used to it, then automatically you will not get stuck into this minister, this mind. Now this is what has been explained here in Yoga Vaashishtha. Now what are the other things, what are the other scriptures says here? So we have seen in the Patanjali, he was also such a scientist. He has understood very, very well, and he also told the multiple slokas, glimpse of yoga to practice in life, and then to take control of your mind and let go this mind and reach to your own self. So those 8 yoga, so it is the first one is yama, the second one is niyama, third one is asana, fourth one is pranayama, fifth one is the pratyahara, sixth one is the dharana, seventh one is the dhyan, meditation, and last is samadhi, complete integration. So these are all some of the disciplines that one need to follow to over and again. You have to follow, keep on following this, and then you will be able to take control of this mind. Now there is another thing that we have learned in art of living courses is something which is mind. You cannot directly control this mind at the level of mind. Directly you cannot control it. Using your breath, you are able to control it. So doing this pranayama, doing this yogasana, whatever, all these definitely helps us. Which are the 5 some principles, some values: ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, and aparigraha. Non-violence is there, following the truth, non-stealing, remaining the brahmacharya means being with yourself in Brahma. Then aparigraha, that not holding on to it, let it go. And then cleanliness, contentment. Tapa means having some discipline life. So adhyaya, continuous study, austerity, continuous of that. And then Ishwar is the complete surrender to divinity. That is what needs to be practiced. Also, as it is said in Yoga Shishta, also you have to treat that mind like a small child. So if you take the fire, this kid have a pain, go and snatch that, what will happen? Though that kid will start doing all the hue and cry, it will start stamping his foot, it will start crying, and then it will make the whole environment cranky. So what do we do? Instead of that, if you want to take this, suppose this is a knife, not just a pen, but the kid doesn't know that it will hurt it. So what we'll do, instead of just snatching that knife from the kid, what you'll do, you'll just give him the another toy. Now the moment the kid looks at the toy, it will leave that knife behind, just take it out. What is this called as? This is called as pratyahara. Pratyahara means now what you're giving, you are giving another alternative to the kid, to the mind, to do something else. Otherwise, it will constantly keep on engaging with all the worldly outside activities, and then it will not listen. And if you just want to control that, then again it will go. It will burst itself. No, so that is not going to help us. So all these techniques, this yama, niyamas, practice of asanas, pranayamas, practicing the Sudarshan during your sadhana, all these things will help us to settle this mind. If there is a water, and if you put your hand into the water and okay, settle down, will it settle? No, you have to let go, let it be just like that. After some time, automatically the mud will settle and the water will become clear. This is exactly what we need to do with your mind also. This mantri, which is also very, very powerful, but we need to deal it in a very specialized manner. Like this, once you are able to do that, allow it to settle and then let go, then automatically this mind will dissolve, and then you will be able to reach to your self. That is what you are. That is what that paramashanti, that peace, that love, that pleasure, that happiness, mudita, whatever you are seeking, is that you will meet that king, you'll meet yourself, and then you will attain that. You know yourself, you have become the king. Now this minister will listen to you. So that is what is been said here. So now Virochan continue to guide Bali, that look, once you have reached there, now you remain there. Now you have an access to the one mind, which is also very powerful, but you are the source who is giving that thing its all the powers. So once you have access to that, then you will be able to this, and then automatically the other things like this small mind which keeps going outward, that Vishya, good, experiencing the pleasures of the five senses, automatically that will slowly and gradually it will leave its it will break all these things, and you will be able to establish yourself into your own self. So keep applying all these tricks that have been explained in Yoga Shishta here, and what are the things that we have learned from the Gurudev, from our master, and implement all these things to continuously remain in that state. Now the last thing that Vaashishtha Muni is telling here, or the Virochana is telling the Bali, that you have to continue this Jnana Prapti, what is Atma Jnana. Once that is thing, or how one can attain that, it's sadhana, how one should do, because we are at different stages of our life. Someone is a student, someone is married, someone is doing job, someone is doing business, someone has already taken the sannyasa. We are following the different ashramas, different routines in our life. So how that routine should look like, if one has to walk on this path, that is what is being explained here, that if you are just curious things, and if you want to adopt these yuktis or all this sadhana that is being said, all yama, niyamas, asanas, pranayamas, pratyahara, dhyana, dharana, and samadhi, and all the yuktis, taking, leaving behind all the five senses and its attraction, dropping all these 6 vikaras, not allowing it to affect you. If you have to do listen to this just like only as a curiosity and does not implement in your life, then that will not help you. He is being very clear here that then that is not helpful. So then how we need to do once we are walking in this life, by doing everything that we are doing, and then how to follow this, what is the क्रम of that sadhana, ज्ञान प्राप्ति के लिए जो साधना का क्या क्रम है, means what is it, that routine, that day to day routine, how that routine should look like. That is what is being said, that if you, let's say, have a 24 hours in your life, you already spend your suppose 7 to 8 hours in sleep, then what is remaining with you is 16 hours. How do we spend this 16 hours when you are in a Jagrata Avastha, not sleeping, right? Neither you are dreaming, you have this 16 hours in your hand. So how do you spend? So it said half of that. For example, out of 16 hours, half of that is your 8 hours. You should spend in doing your routine, earning your money, doing your all other upajivika is what is said, to support your system. That whatever the vyavahara, that vyavasaya, the vyavahara you are doing, spend time in doing that. Entertainment, doing all the things which supports your system, spend half of the time doing that. Then remaining half, 1/4 of that, means let's say remaining is 8 hours now. Out of that 4 hours, what you should do, you should continue to listen, to do the reading, and do the study of that. All that should happen for the 1/4 of the time. You should spend time in doing that aparashakti, acquiring the knowledge. You should spend time in doing that. And then the remaining 1/4, you need to be in touch with the Gurudev. Be in touch with your Guru, your master, and then follow his path, the path which your Guru have told you, according to the order, according to the blessings, according to the path which is shown by the master to us. We need to do that sadhana, whatever that is being told. So we need to spend that remaining portion, probably the 4 hours, in doing all these activities of satsang, sadhu, sangati, all these things you have to do. And you have to go and listen to the knowledge of the master. Then you have to discuss that knowledge with your Guru Bandhus, means all the other disciples. Remain in touch with them, discuss with them the knowledge, the sadhana, the satsang, the seva, and then continue to do this. Now, once this is the one which is for one who is starting this, then slowly and gradually, once this you have imbibed in your life, you have followed this schedule over a period of time, satodirga kalam satkara sevita, then it will firmly establish, then it will become your Drudha Nishchaya, with honor and respect. So you have followed this schedule, this is what is being told, this kind of routine, day-to-day routine life in your life. Then after some time, when it's firmly established, you will get used to it. Then what you do, slowly and gradually, what are that upajivika, loka vyavahara, current entertainment, all these things, whatever your mind is wanting to do, all these things, now slowly you reduce the time of that, and then keep spending that time also in continuously reading, listening, and then the serving the master, serving the humanity, and walking on the path of the master. Slowly and gradually you move towards that. That is what this what is the daily routine is, what is been suggested here in Vaashishtha. So it's fantastic thing, inputs that we have received today. Let us prepare that spiritual roadmap. The way we have another roadmap, we have a wellness roadmap. How do I keep myself healthy, happy, and all these things? Is there like this? When we want to achieve a moksha, when you want to be liberated, want to walk on this path of mukti moksha, let us have that spiritual roadmap also in place. Divide your time frame in giving these time slots according to wherever you think you are. Based on that, decide on this and start giving that dedicated time to acquire this knowledge, to practice this knowledge, to do your sadhana, to serve to the humanity. be in satsang to Gurudev continuously every single day. Should listen to something to the master. Getting involved in all the other things which Gurudev seems to be doing. Doing your rudram, doing your sandhya vandana, all the practice, doing your puja, whatever the things. No, I'm not asking anyone to get completely into the karma kanda and all that. But see, we are doing it. We every day come here, we do the Guru Puja. So that has then there it comes. If I'm not there online, Sangeeta ji will call. We'll do this. So it's there every single day. Kavita ji will be there. She will be doing the meditation session, doing the dhyan. No, all this thing. Now you're listening to Bhagavad Gita also. In the afternoon, Krishna ji conducts the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. In the morning and evening, again we are in Yoga Vaashishtha here. Again in the 6 o'clock in the morning, we start with the sadhana. We come together, we discuss this, whatever has been told here. We sit together with all the other Guru Bandhus, Bhaginis, sit together with all the disciples. Go through it again, discuss it, have a brainstorm session. So manana, chintana, nididhyasa, and following this daily routine, taking care of your body, taking care of your cleanliness, taking care of everything. You keep walking on this path is what Vaashishtha Muni is telling us. What else one want in life? Such a beautiful knowledge, such a beautiful thing. We are very, very grateful that we have master in level. Triguna Sait, not just as a tattva. Tattva, he will remain there with us. But right now he is there in this Triguna Sait, physical body, in the form our master is there with us. If we are going somewhere wrong, something is there, just remember the master. The way we start, we pray. Many times it happens that you are not even well prepared. And then you'll say, what is it I'll speak today? And once you sit here, you pray to the master. Close your eyes, come back to the present moment. Guru का आवाहन करते हैं, गुरु को अपने आप को समर्पण कर देते हैं, तो गुरु आके सब कुछ जो करते हैं वो वही करते हैं. इस भावना से जब कोई करते हैं ना, तो फिर मन से मुख से जो शब्द निकलते हैं वो शब्द भी उनके, ये वाणी भी उनकी, और ये नॉलेज भी उनका, ये ज्ञान भी उनका. इस भाव से जब कुछ हो लगता है ना, तो नथिंग स्टॉप्स. इट जस्ट कंटिन्यूज, इट जस्ट फ्लोज. एक रिवर के भांति, एक गंगा के भांति वो सब फ्लो होता है. दिस इज द एक्सपीरियंस. So with this note, I'd like to hand over this session to you. Kindly express yourself, whatever you have learned today from the story and from the session. If you have any question, still there are any doubts, you're welcome to ask that. We'll clear it out, whatever thing that we can express, our opinion we can express about it. Jai Guru. Session is now open. अपने आप unmute करके बात कर सकते हो. Chat option is also. साइलेंस और मौन में रहने का मन करता है.
Yes.
जय गुरुदेव.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev. Yeah. So can I share my takeaway for today?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, of course. And you took it so beautifully, really, I tell you, very beautifully. Yeah. So this is a story of Bali that we have heard now. And Sage Vaashishtha is continuing telling Rama another one. So we all heard it in that sequence, exactly as it has to be said by, it is said by Sage Vaashishtha. Now, here the main thing is coming up. The main character is the king and the minister. These are the two characters. So now it is explained very well, the king gives the order to the minister and it is done. And how to control that minister is the trick. So the minister we came to know is the mind. The king gives the order to the mind and it is done completely. Everything is to be done accordingly. So it's all that mind that we see it as minister. And what happens is you are the hero of the picture here if you have the ability to conquer the minister. Now what it is, when the minister arises, the three worlds are manifested. All the three worlds, तीनों लोग एकदम चक्रित हो जाते हैं. That is what it is. And when the minister retires, the three world becomes dormant. See the power of that minister. Yeah. And if you conquer him, you become one-pointed. So beautifully it is explained by Vaashishtha. Present moment is inevitable. You become one-pointed and free from delusion. Then you are the hero. So this is what it is, exactly what is shown in this whole story. Yeah. And if the minister is conquered, then everything is conquered. Now see the point. So beautiful it is. And then he says, Virochana says to his son, my son, to attain absolute perfection and eternal bliss, strive with all your mighties, all the obstacles which come into your way, whatever happens, take the possible manner, whatever be the difficulties and obstacles, just go and conquer the minister. Now, how to do that? Now, this minister is very invincible. It's like, it's not an easy job to just conquer that minister. So that was one point which was beautifully said here. He, take him as a child. So play with him. बच्चे को जैसे अभी बताया, अगर कुछ नाइफ लेना है तो कुछ और एक टॉय दे दो, उसके साथ चलना शुरू करेगा, वो अपने आप छूट जाएगा. But if you try to snatch away that knife which is holding, he will never give you. So इसी तरह से, जब भी हम, when the Guru meets us, the Guru grace, now it comes. So keep on playing with him and behold the king. Behold the king and is established in the supreme state. And so this is what it is saying. You go and be mindful, be playful with the mind, and then you behold the king. Play a trick. एक तीर से दो निशाने लगाने. That is what it is saying. You have to be two-folded. तीर एक होना है, निशाने दो लगने हैं. Now see the thing. It is such a great thing. That what you need is your intelligence practice over here. How can you do that? Now he's showing us the way to behold the king and subdue the minister. Matlab you have to be with the king and subdue the minister also. Nahi to minister, it will, it can do anything. It is very powerful. So that is what it is. So what happens with, how will you do that? Now that is the point. Now the point is intense self-effort and steady practice. So these are the two things. Intense self-effort. Again, you have to put all your efforts over here and your steady practice to it. Maybe it is not the first time that you're going to win, but they play that arrow to the dot, to the center. It doesn't come in once. It will go here, there, everywhere it goes. But with steady practice and with your sharp focus, what you have, that intelligence, you can pinpoint that center very well. So that is what it is written. And then what happens? You gain both of these and enter the region. Which region you enter? The state of liberation. And then that comes to the end of all the sorrows. And you are firmly established in that peace of mind which you are looking for. Okay. So what now? How have you to do? When the king is seen, the minister becomes completely under one's control. And when the minister is under the control, the king is seen. Now it is a dual thing. How to do that? Isn't it? So then again it's saying with your intelligence practice, you have to do this. Okay. So this is what it was. And Of course, with all those yaman, yamana, then everything that what he has explained, I have written that. But then now with persistent practice of renunciation. Now this is very important. I like this very much. Ki what have you have to do? The persistent practice में क्या करना क्या है हमको, है ना? That is the question, isn't it? So it is the renunciation, turning away from the sense pleasure. That is all those 5 senses which we have. Where you reach, you come to dispassion. Now here is where dispassion again comes, where Rama has that dispassion. Means Rama is already in this state of mind, isn't it? But still Vaashishtha has taken him all through that to come up to this. He is already just one step ahead of, one step at the back, you know. This passion can be attained by right exertion. Okay, and here comes the divine grace. That divine grace plus the natural order and plus the right self-exertion, all of them take you to the same truth. So the 3 things are there. You know, Guru Kripa. And then the natural order means you live according to the laws of the universe which is there. And plus the right self-exertion. So putting the energy into the right direction always gives you results in the right way. So what is the result? The result is the fruit which you get, and that is the expression of joy. Okay. So in the same way, if there is wrong perception and illusion, you get that brings distinction. That is that divisions are there. But here now it is coming up to that one. Okay. So here Virochana ends with this. I will just do that. Self-knowledge is a creeper that yields the fruit of cessation of craving for the pleasure. So it is like that. That he says, Virochana says to his son, self-knowledge is the creeper. Now it goes on rising up, that self-knowledge, and yields the fruit of cessation of craving for the pleasure. So you stop cravings. Now again, those cravings have come. You know, yesterday we saw. You stop that. Cessation means it stops. And then for your pleasure. Then what happens? When the self is seen, that is the highest form of dispassion, becomes firmly rooted in the heart. So that we saw in the morning. What happens? That was the last thing we saw. How the compassion dawns. When the cravings are diluted, compassion is dawned for everyone. And then what happens? You keep on spreading that love. So behold the self through intelligent inquiry and get rid of the craving for pleasure. So the whole sequence is given very beautifully. If we really read that and follow it, I'm sure it's going to get miraculous results in our life. So with this, I haven't taken much. Quite briefly, I have explained. And yeah, that. Someshwarji, can you read and give her the answer? So yeah, thank you very much for listening to me, being patient, and Someshwarji giving me the chance to express myself over here. Jai Gurudev. If you have any questions, of course, you can always ask. Thank you.
Jai Gurudev Sangeeta ji. That was a really beautiful takeaway and expression. Here, there is one more expression here. Experience shows that as the age grows, the duration of spending hours in spiritual world increase compared to materialistic world. Yeah, it can be related to world because depending upon age, one gets into that little bit of vairagya, that maturity comes. But again, it depends upon not just age. It's different really. You can find the people who are get this at very young age. It came at 4 years, he started chanting Bhagavad Gita. And some people who are 75, 80-year-old, and you can still see them getting entangled. Gurudev normally talks about the corporate world suffers because of this. They are not letting go, you know. It's a 75-year-old person and son is already 50, 55 and still they want to control. Still they want to hold on to all the decisions in their hand. Still the master keys, they want to hold up the business in their hand. They suffer, you know. This is the business families, they have this problem. So yes, this as a generic statement, this is fine. That one goes with the age. They go towards the spirituality more than towards the materialistic world. But we really cannot judge anybody by their outward actions. We don't know. People might appear just doing outward action as it is, but the real spirituality, if it is done from within, then you have attained it. So, and that can happen any point of time to anybody, because there are multiple such paths that are available. You can directly come by direct Parashakti, the masters of the blessing, the masters of the divine blessing. It directly can come any point of time for any age. It can come. It can come just like the irrespective of your past sanskara, the way it came to Karkati Rakshasi, irrespective of her past thing, it can still come. It can come by just listening Siddha Gita, like it happened with Janaka. It can come. It can come just like it happened with Buddha. He just see 4 scenes. That's all. That was good enough for bringing him to that state. It can come to Rama. He just went and did the Brahman tourism, and he got into that Vairagya. So there are multiple such possibilities. The 16-year-old kid, he still got into that Vairagya. So yes, mota moti bolte ki overall as a generic statement, yes, at least as your age grows, at least come out of it. How much you want? You already acquired so much of wealth. You have done everything that you wanted to do in life. Now let go. No, but some people are not able to, because the master is not there in the life. That right path is not seen. The satsang have not happened. The sadhana satsang have not happened in life. People still get stuck. That is what the Maya is. That is, it's very powerful. This sansara is very powerful, and very few people actually come on this path, and they walk on this path irrespective of the ages. That could be one viewpoint, just a viewpoint.
Yeah. Can I add to that? It's like, you're reading a book, and when you sleep, you just turn that page 50. The next day, when you wake up in the morning, what time, which page will you read? Will you read it from 1, or will you read the 51? It's obvious you read the 51 page, right? Ramaji, are you getting it? Yeah. It's exactly like that. At any age, you never know कि वो उसने lifetime में कितना किया है अपनी पुरुषार्थ. Now see, here also it says, coming up to the dispassion is what? First is divine grace. The second comes is natural order. And the third comes is your right self-exertion. So उसने कितनी पुरुषार्थ अपनी की है, कितना self effort अपने ऊपर उसने किया है, और उसने कितने pages पढ़े हैं, that will determine कि इस जन्म में वो कहाँ से शुरू करेगा. So you see, that is what exactly Someshwarji said. Somebody just comes to Gurudev and they're gone. Come on, चल पड़े. कोई कितनों को साल लग जाते हैं. So it's okay for both of them. It's okay. So just be in gratitude कि I have got a master and I am been doing all this. So that is the best point. Yeah. Go inward, look into yourself, be in gratitude.
Yeah. And the next thing is that, if we practice from the beginning, it will be easier. So it has been said here now that once you feel that you are the beginner.
Jaise, as before exam, if we grasp all the syllabus, then it is very hard for me. And if we study from the beginning of the year, then it will be easier. No?
Correct.
And then result will be good.
Correct.
And if we read only before the exam,
then it will be difficult.
Then it will be difficult. It is the most perfect example that if we start from the beginning of my birth, then it will be easier.
Correct. Depending upon what you have done in your past births.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a chronological order, right? So absolutely true that as soon as possible, without wasting even a single minute,
Yes.
irrespective of what age you are in, start walking on this path. And then very quickly, at the end, it is concluded, that wherever, irrespective of your age, when you are starting it, what is it that you need to do? If you are at the beginning, if you are starting it, whatever the half of the time, if you are considering 8 hours you have slept, remaining 16 hours, half of that is spent in doing your earnings, upajivika, the daily routine you are supposed to do. Do that. The remaining 8 hours, half of that means 1/4, you spend time in reading the knowledge, understanding it, doing the shravana, vanana, vachana. Do spend some time nididhyasa of that, and then the remaining 1/4 you spend time with the master. Walk on the path which is shown by the master. So do that. What we do, once you are done with your 8 hours of job, you come and then you spend entire the remaining time doing the entertainment, doing this, doing that, doing all the things your 5 senses want you to do. So that is what is being asked to us right here.
In Gita, Bhagavan Krishna also says that person will birth in that family which is profitable, which is perfect for him, and it will be easier for him that prarabdha karma which he has left in the previous birth, and to done all the things, to do all the things in this birth. Okay. मतलब वो ऐसे वंश में जन्म लेता है, ये वो भ्रष्ट विजायते, ऐसे वंश में वो जन्म लेता है जो उसके लिए माने इजियर होगी, उसका बाकी जो कर्म वो पूर्व जन्म में छोड़ के आया है, इस जन्म में पूरा करने, ऐसे भगवान कृष्ण ने भी कहा.
Absolutely, Ramaji. That if you distribute the time of the exam, sometimes you forget all you learned before. Yeah. So what is required for that? When you are going and appearing for the exam and you want to make sure that you cover your syllabus much before the exam, so that you get a time to do revision. No, that you have covered your entire syllabus. Now you are doing the revision 1, then revision 2. No, many times they show SSC board now that your revision you should be able to cover your entire revision in just 1 hour. No, just in 1 hour you should be able to complete the syllabus. Just like that, it should over here. 7 revisions of doing the same things. You go and appear for the exam. So that's complete the syllabus accordingly and finish the syllabus well with time, and then give a time to revision also. So be it a material world study or be it a spiritual world, in this Adhyatma Marga. So it is being said here, that once you have followed this schedule which has been suggested here, and now slowly and gradually it has become a part of you. Now you slowly start reducing the time which you have been given to this material world, and slowly and gradually start giving that time more towards your that ultimate goal, mukti, moksha, liberation. That ultimate goal, give more time to that, but slowly and gradually. Don't do just suddenly, otherwise then it will then you will be in trouble. Yeah, Shri Devi.
Here is persistent practice. Persistent practice means continuous practice. You have to be in that, lage raho, मुन्ना भाई, मतलब that is the way it is. Suddenly उठे करना ऐसा फिर सो गए 6 महीने के लिए, नहीं, not like. Persistent practice will get you towards the renunciation from your sense pleasures, and then you reach to the dispassion. So it is so clearly written, and if we really have it in front of you, I think so, even if we have a you just remove a printout of this and put it, it will really work with you. It is like that. Keep on moving, keep on moving. Yeah, that's the way it is.
Yes, Sangeeta ji, persistent practice
plus grace and plus gratitude all together, not one only. That all together one comes, then only I think the path is. I believe so.
That's
correct.
Because
Even grace is also required. Even you have to be grateful to the master.
Correct.
खाली तुम एक ही करो ना तो I have seen many students and just I am telling it. Even sadhus and sannyasis खूब तप करते, but at the end, they burst out. Now, as the student, if he has worked hard throughout life, on the exam day, something happens which shakes him. That time he is not able to write the paper also, though he knows everything. Mentally, तुम अगर disturb हो गए ना, तो so grace, gratitude, and your continuous practice together gives you. So that is why we have 8 limbs. Ashtang Yoga, that comes to all together, and then I think so. And what our Guru has given us the tool.
Absolutely, that shloka is there, no?
Yes.
Patanjali Yoga Sutra mein, there is one shloka. What is that shloka?
Yes.
Sapodirgha kalam.
Yes.
Kalam means over a period of time. Naryantar means without any gap, continuous. Sapodirgha kalam, over a period of time. Nirantar, without any gap. No? And then how? With satkara sevita, means having a full honor and respect towards the technique, towards your sadhana, believe in yourself that you will be able to do it, and having a belief in the master with satkara sevita, then it becomes a drudha nishtaya, then it will firmly establish. So
when Guruji told a story of a sannyasi, he was living in cave, he had reached his top. He was now able to do everything, but he was staying alone. He was staying alone. Now he came in the public. By mistake, somebody stamped his leg. He became furious. अच्छा वो साधना और तब कहाँ गया? वो अकेला था तब तक उसको, क्योंकि उसको तभी कुछ भी नहीं लगा. He was alone. So he did all it. But when he came in public, and by chance किसी का पैर पड़ गया, तो आ गया ना ओरिजिनलिटी. वो गुस्से हो गया, सब तब गया पानी में. Correct? So it happens like that also.
So there are all such cases, there are all possibilities. हमारा काम क्या है? जो possibilities आत्मज्ञान तक लेके गई, उसके ऊपर फोकस करना है. जो आत्मज्ञान तक लेके नहीं गई, ऐसे तो करोड़ों की तादाद में है.
तो मेरा एक ही है, being in this world, living in this world, be detached. सब कार्य करो आपका, सब कुछ करो, मगर उसमें आसक्त मत हो जाओ.
हाँ, तो फोकस उसी के ऊपर रखना. डोंट बहुत सारे जो फेलियर्स हुए उसकी तरफ ध्यान नहीं देना.
It is very tough for ourselves, but we are also social animal, but we are trying our best.
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. बचपन लोग ने ब्रश करना एक दिन में सीख लिया क्या? नहीं ना. वो मम्मी ने उठाया ब्रश, बार बार ब्रश करवा. ब्रश करना does it really seem it has become part of life ना? ब्रश करते हैं ना देखो ना, अभी यहाँ पे गुरु पूजा करते हैं, रोज करते हैं, साधना रोज करते हैं. इट इज हैपनिंग ना, हो रहा है ना. लेकिन वैसे बहुत फ्यूरिशनेस आ जाए, मुझे करना है, तो फिर नहीं होता है वो. नहीं, तब नहीं होता. वो सरेंडर कर दो मास्टर को, मैं डूअर हूँ ही नहीं.
Some get the fruit very soon, some get later, and some don't even get.
Fine, that's okay. It's okay ना. आप जो है अपने घर में जो मूंग है, जो उसको स्प्राउट करने के लिए डालते हो, तो 2-4 दिन में स्प्राउट हो जाता है वो. लेकिन वो मैंगो का फ्रूट है, उसको स्प्राउट होने में और उसको फल लगने में 10 साल 12 साल लग जाए. ये तो ऐसा है. So that's okay. Some बीज will give you fruit instantaneously. Something will take time. That's the laws of nature.
So even your past karmas do affect.
Yeah.
Last janam, pehle janam, that all do affect.
It does affect, definitely. Yes, it does affect. But here
we don't know.
Well, what Yoga Vaashishtha says here, that there is a situation that arises where you have your past karmas and you have your current purushartha. There will be dvandva, there will be a fight between them. The one who will be more powerful, it will win. So if you are determined today that I want to do this, I want to make this happen, that nishchaya, that druda nishchaya, if it is there, then it will win over your past also. And it will have an effect also. So this Kalkati Rakshasi, she was in the family, right? But because of her karma, the current karma, she could attain the Atma Jnana. But the past had an effect. Yes, it had an effect on her, that despite of doing the karma, everything good, she has attained the doing the tapashcharya. When the Brahmadev was standing in front of her, what is she asked for? Something which is very petty in nature. Something which is, you are wanted to be that Sukshma Jiva Suchika. What was that? That was the impact of the past karma. But she still did not let go. She again did one more time the tapa, and then she attained the liberation. So even though there is an effect of past karma, no doubt about it, yet your current purushartha, you will be able to be liberated. What do you say?
Good dictation.
So yes, it is. It sometimes it appears difficult. But walk on the path. Guru makes it so easy. You know, you just say Sudarshan Kriya Karo, and that's all. Baki sare. This is what we are doing now. This is a Parashakti mark. We are doing this. You already have direct source to the master, the Parashakti, direct. No Shakti path. Sudarshan Kriya Karte directly. I will tell you just very quick thing. No, if you have heard about Mahesh Giriji,
Yes.
Mahesh Giriji left his home very early. He's Maharashtrian, stays in Nashik. So he left his home very early stage. He went to Himalayas. He spent 17 years over there, doing all this tapacharya, aparashakti. He did all that, and then his own followers, when he used to go ना, उनका स्वारी निकलता था on the elephant, निकलता था elephant पे उनका there used to be लाखों followers, so many people, his own followers were there, and having all that, he had his own ashram. Having all that, people who used to go in that ashram, there used to be the art of living courses that used to happen. His Mahesh Girija himself told, he was there for 1 month in UK. I was there with him, so he himself told this, no. So not कुछ सुनी सुनी बातें नहीं, खुद बताया. And then बोले लोग मेरे पास आते थे, they used to come to me, and they used to suggest me कि आप भी एक बार कर लेना. I used to feel very मेरे शिष्य है, मेरे disciples है, and you are coming and telling me to do the Sudarshan Kriya, do the course. After listening to all these things, one fine day he actually did the Sudarshan Kriya. And then that point of time he was cried. There is nothing that he could do. He just cried and cried and cried and cried. Nothing. Those ananda, those gratitude, that were flowing. He said that what is it that I have been doing all this lifetime? What is it that I went to Himalayas, did what not to get this experience? Just to get this experience, what is it that I was doing all this thing? And then he cried. So that is where that master comes into picture. That is where that Parashakti comes into picture. अपने को पराशक्ति मिल गई है ना, तो उन्होंने दे दिया ऑलरेडी. अभी जो बाकी जो चल रहा है ना, just because we cannot drop your actions, हम लोग ये कर रहे हैं सब कुछ करें, कुछ पाने के लिए नहीं, पाना गुरुदेव ने दे दिया है ऑलरेडी. He has already given the highest to us. Now we are just doing the Parashakti mark, just to do some actions, because you cannot stop your actions in life. उसके लिए कर रहे हैं. Does that make sense?
Being playful.
Yes. Being playful.
Very interesting. You know, but I'm not able to attend daily. This is my, just 1 minute. It's my cooking time as well as dinner time.
Right.
Sometimes I'm able to join, sometimes I'm not able to join.
So whenever you are not able to join, don't feel bad about it. We are right now live. We are recording this session. They get uploaded on YouTube. They are available on Facebook. Whenever you get time, watch it. That's okay.
But live is always, you can interact, no?
So that's the reason it's good to have.
And I like you and Sangeeta ji speaking very nicely. Very good. It goes directly into the head, you know.
Same here, Shri Devi ji. We don't see you as different, no? You are the same, Ramaji. You are the same for us, no? Like the master. We also learn a lot from you. Very good. So with that note, we'll take a pause here. आज के इस सत्र को हम यहीं पे समापन करते हैं, साकी पुनः एक बार कल मिलता है, so that we can meet tomorrow once again. जय गुरुदेव.